we go. We are here. What's up, everybody? And welcome back to Challenge Express. Choo choo. I'm a little rusty. I feel it. You know?
You can feel it.
Been too long, man.
Yo, we got Hoodie Tom today too.
Yeah, that's a mess.
Like that. Hoodie Tom in the building.
Whenever you see a new version of me, you know it hasn't been a good morning. Or it was a long night.
Or a long night, yeah.
But yeah, excited to be back. Thank you as always for joining me, Adonis, Tom, and the Don. Back at you. How you feeling?
I'm feeling good. As far as the challenge goes, I'm feeling all right.
Yeah.
All right with how it's going so far.
It's great. I mean, we're almost at the end of the season, so we can like kind of tell everyone how we feel about the season as a whole. And I think this season was probably the best in the last at least handful of seasons. So I'm having fun with this season. Yeah,
me too.
Yeah. So we were not here last week. Apologies. Had some shit going on, but we will talk about episode 14 a little bit. It was it in pairs that last episode? No.
It was the last team challenge. It was that challenge above the building at night.
Yes. Yeah. Right? Bananas on his podcast, he was incorrect. He said he said he competed in all of the night challenges that the challenge has ever had, which was, right. He competed in the X's 2 daily challenge, which was very similar to this one. Maybe not very, but yeah, it was similar. But I remember there used to be night challenges way back in the day. I could think of one. It was Battle of the Sexes when it was night and they were in these like tubs and they kept adding like more sea creatures to the tubs and they had to stay underwater with like a snorkel, and whoever did that the longest won. And Antoine, who was a one and done rookie, which I was a big fan of, he won that challenge. So there have been more than 2 night challenges. Bananas.
Maybe he meant in like recent memory.
Yeah.
Maybe, or at least in his
recent memory, Total Madness, the night challenge where they had to like run back and forth and carry blocked or rocks, and then they had to like sabotage by putting it in somebody else's barrel, which Bananas was also a part of.
Yeah. So. And then he was in the X's one. Was there any night challenges between X's 2 to the one in Total Madness? Oh no. Rivals 3.
Yeah, the Rivals 3 overnight one, which he was also a part of. So yeah, I don't know why his memory failed him, even though he's competed in more daily challenges than he has even thought. So or night challenge.
A lot.
Yeah. Bananas has done a couple of seasons.
A couple.
But yeah, so honestly, episode 14, the main thing is the balls in elimination. We know that elimination. And I think top 3 of all time. They had top 3 balls in elimination of all time, in my opinion.
Yeah. That was a good elimination, bro.
Best case scenario, because we didn't want to see Devin compete in that.
Yeah, these are the 2 guys that you wanted to see in this, like agile, quick, and Jordan. He proved it in this most recent episode how smart he is when it comes to finding ways on winning eliminations. But Horacio just proved that he's that guy.
He's that guy, apparently. And now I believe it. I was a little skeptical. I knew he was good, but now I know he's that guy.
He's that guy.
And yeah, you brought up Jordan's, adjustments and like he's able to adapt. And yeah, I wrote actually this note. I wrote best in-game adjustment competitor in challenge history might be Jordan.
Yeah.
And that's like the challenge in a nutshell, like adjusting, because no one's ever, they do different things most of the time. So it's about adjusting, and I think Jordan is right up there.
Also, Derek K used to get praised a lot for beating guys who are way bigger than him, which deserved.
Yeah.
But Jordan's been kind of like not just beating guys bigger than him, but just making them look silly.
Jordan uses finesse while Derek uses brute force.
Brute force. Yeah.
Derek doesn't use any of his brain cells while Jordan uses all of his brain cells.
Yeah,
Both
like
I
Jordan,
respect, but there's different.
Yeah, like Jordan's most impressive wins is when he's describing exactly what he's about to do, and like the one, like the most oldest one I can remember. Remember the one on X's2 against Zach and John A, where Zach was just trying to like be Thor with that hammer and just like and Jordan was like, no, technique. What are you doing?
For SpongeBob, technique.
What's wrong with you?
Yeah. Now, another one that comes to mind, and although yes, it's Josh, you don't think of Josh as the best competitor at all. But still, in a tug of war with a dude with one hand, and he beats you.
He should have won that, and he's much bigger than Jordan.
Yeah, got weight on him, and skipping ahead a little bit, but Chauncey's got weight on Jordan, and Jordan still managed to pull it out. But back to the balls in elimination. I am slightly disappointed in Jordan. I thought he would be better, do better. I don't know if he was a little distracted with everything going on in the house with Tori, but I thought he would just have a better performance. He wasn't able to tackle Horacio at all while on defense. You could credit Horacio to being extremely light on his feet on sand, which is an anomaly, which is like phenomenal within itself. You don't see that. Like, we've seen people compete on sand. I always go to like the worst case example, and it's like Isaac on Free Agents. I just remembering him saying like, I'm like a drunk hobo on sand.
Also, Horacio has the soccer background, because you notice how he hit Jordan with that 1-2, that 1-2 piece of a biscuit. Like, oh my god, I saw that. I said my jaw was on the floor after that.
The 2-piece chicken McNugget he hit him with.
Yeah, he got him good with that. Got him real good. Jordan, though. I want to give Jordan a little bit of excuse, because that was the same episode where he got into that like huge argument with Tori in the deliberation.
Yeah, so his mind was definitely elsewhere in some ways, but still, Horacio super light on his feet, getting around Jordan not even being able to touch him. What really pisses me off about these type of competitors, Horacio is like, I'm not making a move until he makes a move.
Yeah,
I fucking hate that. I'm so impatient that would beat me. And I compare it to video games, because I competed at high levels in tournaments with video games, and I'm always the one rushing. I'm always the one making a move. I'm always the one bringing the action to the other team. And the teams that have always beat us are the ones that are just fucking sitting back and waiting and waiting and waiting. And I'm just like, fucking play the game,
Yeah.
So I had a little PTSD when I saw Horacio like doing that and saying that in his confessionals, but it's a good strategy. So
it's called the mimic strategy, I think, or the copycat strategy, where like I react when you react.
Yeah, and it's good for the less experienced player. We saw Chauncey do this on the hanging apparatus daily challenge, where it was kind of like a mini hall brawl, where Chauncey was against Jordan, and Chauncey's like, Jordan's the more experienced, savvy player. I am just going to mimic his moves. And it worked out for him. It's a good defensive strategy when you know that the other player has better offense than you.
Yeah.
So, yeah, good for Horacio. I mean, he has proven, obviously, to be one of the best competitors for a rookie and in general on the season. Not letting the game take over, staying true to himself, saying, yes, I'm going to only make a move when he makes a move. It's easier said than done, because impatience plays a huge factor in a lot of these little games. So so good for Horacio. It sucked to see Jordan lose as like a vet, watching a veteran versus a rookie. Most of the time we want to see these veterans come back.
Yeah, show up these rookies, but I got to give it to Horacio. You said this is top 3 balls in?
Yeah, I think so. I don't think anything can top that first balls in because it was such a monumental moment in challenge history. It was the first elimination. Yeah, Abram and Brad. It was the first elimination that was like ever physical. Like it was a pivotal moment in challenge history. And that was just so intense. You get goosebumps thinking about that. Fucking just Abe screaming in Brad's face, like
yeah,
and vice versa. But yeah,
and then don't forget the fight that happened afterwards with Abram and Darrell.
Darrell, you
Darrell
my bitch, you my bitch.
Oh my god,
Darrell, yeah, man. Unhinged Darrell was always fun to see. It didn't happen often because Darrell is a is able to conserve.
Cool guy.
Yeah. Reserve, not conserve. Maybe both words work with that. But yeah, so Jordan has this whole emotional speech with Tori when he gets eliminated, thinks he's going home, and he gets brought immediately back into the game, which he was not happy about. He said on a podcast, he said that the reason they didn't show the clip of TJ saying it's not over, Jordan, because Jordan was super pissed. He was like, TJ, I lost fair and square. I'm going home. And they're like, no, you're still in the game. And they're like, he's like, oh my god.
He's like, oh my god, a twist, bro.
Yeah. And I
he's
mean,
the only one upset about it.
Yeah, he's got the Tory situation, so I'm sure he was just ready to pack it up and leave. But the challenge had another storyline and for his future. So
yeah.
But so yeah, we ended that episode with elimination. We start this one with an elimination. Not so fast. Another classic that we've seen plenty of times. I'm a big fan of this one. It really all around. It's just like an all around elimination. You have to really have heart, endurance, strength, stamina, all these different puzzle skills because you got to learn. You got to figure out a way to tie these knots so the other team can't untie them. Best example I think of is CT again on Invasion of the Champions, creating that huge knot. I think he's changed the landscape of this elimination a little bit after that. I think more people are tending to make knots in the middle once they run out of ideas or whatever.
See, that's where my mind goes all the time. I go back to and I guess this is the X2 bias in me. I'm really showing on these reviews that X2 is my favorite season. Because I always go back to that season. But I always go back to the one with Bananas and Nani and Zach and Janae.
It's a good one.
That one.
Yeah,
I always go back to that one. So yeah, and mind you, these people had to do this after holding that fucking thing in the three-way elimination shit.
After that, whatever. After the daily challenge of them getting thrown around in the bus. Yeah, Anissa and Jordan, no breaks. No breaks for them.
No breaks.
This one was a little different. It was a very small cube that they had to navigate in and out of, which definitely plays a factor, especially when you're doing this in pairs. We saw it became a little difficult. Jordan was kind of losing patience with Anissa, but Jordan knows how to motivate Anissa as well. He's saying the right things, and Anissa did not quit. I thought she would flame out personally. It kind of looked like she was gonna. I was really up in the air on who was gonna take this, but fucking, I guess Kenny really just does suck at everything. I don't know. Can we talk about it?
We can talk about it if you want. Go ahead, kick us off.
Well, he doesn't belong on this show. I'm all for people who aren't that good at competitions being on the show, but he's just abysmal.
He's just he's a normal average guy that just doesn't most normal great outside of the show, but that's just the truth of it. I don't think there's anything mean about it unless you get mean about it, but the truth is he's just not made for it. He's just not. This isn't for him. He wasn't born to do this.
No.
But he gave it a shot, and you gotta show some respect for at least trying. right? Never quit, unlike some people who quit in the last episode during the challenge, right?
True.
But you know, he doesn't belong on the show.
No, we're on the same page there.
Yeah.
No, yeah, great guy, great guy. Unfortunate for Casey. It's so weird that they're cut from the same cloth. I could see it in their like base personality, but like Casey is like really good at everything and super competitive, and Kenny is probably really smart, like got book smarts and stuff, but not a competitor.
Yeah.
Yeah, doesn't have that fire. You can see it even in like his like confessionals. He's just like a super ordinary dude.
Super ordinary dude.
Yeah,
You
nothing
know?
wrong with that, but
Just a normal guy, you know, who just ended up on here somehow. He's probably just like, you know, you never once saw him like really upset or really flustered or anything, because he's probably just going along with everything that's happening. You know, he's just chilling. He's on vacation. That's all it is.
Yeah, for real. What I want to know is, when did Anissa do this elimination in the past?
Total madness.
In
She
the
did it against
car
Bailey.
with the car.
Yeah, with the car against Bailey. Remember?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I was trying to remember because it was brought up a couple times during the episode, and I was drawing a blank.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Anissa and Jordan win, and they stay in the house. Casey and Kenny are gone. And we get back to the house. Mariah and Fessy, they make up. They realize this game is more important than the small, petty bullshit that they went throughout the season. You know, kudos to them. Obviously, that's the right thing to do now that everyone's back in pairs. And I think they're going to compete fine together. I don't think they'll have any problems. They've always competed fine together. It's just like everything outside of the competition where they kind of butt heads a little bit, but I think it's something they could easily forget about and move on.
Yeah, it feels like Fessy's trying to like save face just a little bit, because he knows he talked a lot of shit about Mariah, especially when they were on two separate teams, and he didn't really show that much sympathy for when she left. So now he's just kind of, oh, now you want to work things out? Now that you got to depend on me again?
Yeah.
Okay, but
he's very circumstantial. Like if he's not
very
with Mariah, it's like, I don't care about you. If you are with Mariah, it's like, yeah, I've always cared about you. You know?
Yeah. And also real quick, just to point out, going back to the Casey thing, this was like her first season getting knocked out.
Wow. Yeah.
Because she made it to all the other seasons on her finals. I just wanted to like throw that out there real quick, because I felt like that was a little thing. Like, this is her first season actually properly getting knocked out.
Yeah, that is very true.
No Casey in this final.
She's gonna come back with a fire.
Yeah, but yeah, Fessy and Mariah, like, I feel like they're gonna be all right. That's your pick.
That's my pick, man. All right. And I'm still feeling strong about them.
Yeah. I really hope for your sake they make it, because you made that call like 5 weeks ago.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, you got to be my witness, because I was talking to Daniel and I told him my prediction, and he looked at me like I was fucking crazy. He's saying that Nany and Bananas would beat them in a final. He's saying that Devin and Tori would beat them in the final. I think Devin and Tori have a better chance. I don't really think Bananas and Nany have. All right, they have a chance. Obviously, they're experienced, but I don't think Nany can keep up with Mariah.
Right.
But it'll be close. It's not like the craziest thing if they win, but I still think I still pick Fessy and Mariah over any of the pairs left in the game.
Okay.
In a final.
All right, bro.
Yeah.
I'm hoping.
He's seen a couple. He's seen a couple. He's got, some experience.
Yeah.
Mariah can run.
Yeah, I'm praying. I just don't want you to look dumb, bro. I'm looking out for you.
Bro, I'm used to it my whole life. I've looked dumb. Look at me. Look at me right now. I'm looking dumb right now.
Bro. Shut up, bro.
I got a question. Will they have the steal your partner's money twist?
Oh, I hope not.
I think they have to in a season like this called Ride or Dies, right?
No.
I don't want them to, but I think they will.
No, I think that works better for pairs that like started off not liking each other.
Yeah. Yeah, that
because
would
then
make
there's more of a chance.
Yeah.
But ride or dies are what? People who are friendly.
Yeah.
So it's like I feel like I don't think honestly. Yeah, I know Bananas have already done it, but I truly believe Bananas wouldn't do that
No,
to
no, I
Nani.
don't no, he's
Bananas wouldn't do that to Nani. I don't think Devin or Tori would do it to either each other. I
no.
don't think Olivia and Horacio would do it.
No.
Fessie's the only person.
I could see production just like if Fessy and Mariah win, they're like, all right, let's add the
Just
twist.
pull it out of their
Yeah,
ass. But
yeah,
if any other pair up there that wins, no, they're gonna keep that one
yeah,
in the back pocket.
yeah. I think that's something that's definitely possible.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good seeing Bananas be there emotionally for Nani. We know Casey just exited the game, and this is a already very emotional season for Nani, very stressful, an important one. So good to see this side of Bananas. I've known this side of Bananas existed for a good amount of time. But I'm sure because I've listened to his podcasts and whatnots, but I'm sure a lot of people haven't seen this side of him. So
This is
I think go ahead.
yeah. This is the most laid back and reserved version of Bananas I think we've ever gotten.
Yeah.
Right? I feel like this season, out of any other season he's been on, I feel like he has it. Well, seeing how the next on, I might fucking put my foot in my mouth. But like up until this point, he's been very laid back, very reserved, not stirring anything up really,
Yeah, it could be a
other than like
result of
that
the
one
edit,
moment. What
but
happened?
it could be a result of the edit. I did watch, or maybe he's just not doing as much, so he's not getting in the edit as much. Challenge stats, which is great on Twitter. I'm sure you know them.
Top tier.
Amazing. Yeah, top tier. He had like mentions throughout the season, each episode, and like people would peak at like 60 an episode, 50 an episode. The highest Bananas has gotten for like his name being mentioned or something was like 27. It was like half of like most people. So yeah, he's really not getting too many edits towards him.
I think that's finna change next episode though, but
Yeah. Yeah,
our timing is always just so great, isn't it?
yeah, and another flashback I'll have to add to the recap
Yeah, another flashback.
of
Watch.
us being dead wrong.
Yeah.
um, we get to the daily challenge. It's called the Runaway Ride. Giant bus. Inside the bus, there's over 100 balls. Each ball has a specific marking or pattern on it. One pair at a time will be in the bus. The bus will take off full speed, racing around a track and avoiding obstacles. And along the racetrack, there are a couple of signs with corresponding markings on them. You have to read the sign, find the correct balls, solve the puzzles by placing them in the correct order. Pull the lever. Whoever has the most right wins. And overall, I think it was a good daily. It was a fun daily, quintessential challenge. Fun daily, memorization. Yeah.
Yeah. I like a good goofy challenge.
Yeah.
But not a goofy challenge that's extremely goofy, like that one on Double Agents with the drones. But this was good.
Yeah.
I like this. I like this one was a unique one compared to like because these last few seasons we've been getting used to seeing a daily that ends in like some sort of puzzle or them running to get puzzle pieces and stuff like that. This had something like that, but it was completely different.
Yeah.
I mean, seeing these people throwing up on each other or on themselves was should have been expected, but I didn't expect it. Does that make sense?
No, it does. Yeah.
People would be throwing up.
I didn't think so either, but yeah, we had Chauncey and Tori. I think were struggling. Tori especially.
Yeah,
Tori was.
Tori looked. I mean, this has to be the worst Tori's looked.
Yeah.
She threw up on herself. She like
Yeah.
ended the thing before Devin was done, and then afterwards she got off the bus and she was like hunched over. I was like, "Damn, Tori does not look good right now."
Yeah, man.
She looks rough.
Yeah. Yeah.
What is
For
happening?
Sure. Yeah, it was fun. It was a fun challenge. Whenever TJ is laughing, it's a good watch.
Right.
Amber looked like the wacky inflatable tube man in there.
Yo, oh my god. Speaking of Amber, she followed me on Twitter this past week. So shout out to Amber. But I swear on everything, when I first watched this episode, I thought she broke her face.
Me too.
She
I could have
smashed
sworn
her
there was
face.
like a preview with her in the back of an ambulance, like with a neck brace on. I don't know why I thought I saw that, but
Yeah, I literally, because there was a part where it looked like she ran her whole face into the wall, and I thought for sure she was gonna get up and her face was covered in
broke
blood.
her nose or something. Yeah, I
Yeah.
for sure thought so as well.
I was like, oh my god, she hit her face so hard. I thought that shit was about to look crazy with her bleeding, Chauncey fucking throwing up everywhere. Yo, what the fuck? They better clean that bus up before
That
I
was
step
probably
in there.
the funniest pair to go, Amber and
Yeah,
Chauncey.
that was so funny, bro.
Yeah.
And
Bananas was pretty
Chauncey's
funny to
big
watch,
ass just
too.
flopping around in there, like,
Yeah.
oh
Bananas
my
looked like a
God.
midget in there who couldn't like stand up for a second. I thought he was gonna struggle big time, but they ended up fucking
I
winning.
can't.
So.
It was unbelievable.
Yeah. Olivia and Horacio keep fucking showing up. Like, dude, you don't see. It's rare to see rookie pairs like show up to so many daily challenges and eliminations. Like you can usually count on these rookie pairs like losing dailies or placing in the bottom half of dailies, but they are up there in the top 3 every time.
Olivia and Horacio are easily probably up there the best rookies we've gotten, and not just this season, but in the last like 3.
Yeah,
they're so good. They're everything you want in challenges.
Yeah,
everything you want.
It's crazy. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing them in the future. Anissa and Jordan, I only noticed this on my rewatch, but 1 of 10 balls correct. That's impressive.
I think I know what you're talking about. No. I think that was an editing mistake.
What do you mean?
I'm positive someone threw up the picture of that on Twitter. It said 1 of 10, but if you look at the thing, the balls are set.
I mean, the balls are set, but they could have been wrong.
No, wrong, but like I think they 1 of 10. 1 of 10. There's no way.
Why would I mean? When do you see the challenge make typos and like mistakes like this?
There's no, because that's what I thought. I was like, 1 of 10. The balls are set. There's no way they only got 1 right.
That's what I'm saying. It's impressive how bad they did.
There can't be. I want to believe it was a typo.
I'm believing that that's true.
I want to believe that's a typo because there's no way these people only got 1 out of 10.
Yeah, and I'm like, Anissa, what the fuck? I thought you were good at daily challenges.
Like,
God
what
damn.
the fuck? Because that's what I initially thought. I was like, oh, that must have been a typo. And then I saw someone tweet saying that MTV fucked up.
Yeah, I gotta go look for that tweet then because this shit.
Like, what the fuck? But if that's true, what you just said, and it's just them, they just got it all wrong, but 1.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back and dissect it. I'm gonna look at their answer key and see how they line their balls up and see because.
Lord,
1 of 10, bro. It's like harder to get 1 of 10 correct than 0 of 10.
Right. Like, how does that happen?
That's what I'm saying. I don't know. It's crazy. Yeah, we mentioned Tori pulling the lever even though they weren't finished because she just wanted to get the fuck out of there. Devin was kind of upset, but ended up being a supportive partner. But yeah, the best pairs that went were Olivia and Horacio and Bananas and Nani. Nani continuing to kill it with every challenge. You know, I used to crack I think Daniel up with this, but I was like, Nani, super mediocre. Just super mediocre at everything, right? But not anymore. She's just like slightly above. She's just like good at everything now. You know,
yeah,
like slightly above average, just good at everything.
Yeah, she's been showing up.
Yeah.
Like like this one at least. I want to say that, man, like I feel like she carried a little bit.
Yeah.
Because even Banana said it. He like looked over and Nani was like already doing it, and she did
Mhm.
it. She did it like really quickly.
Yeah, and I feel like this daily challenge catered but didn't cater like the tall, skinny. Like when I saw Amber like flying around, I was like, oh, Nani's gonna be flying around too. But she was able to stand strong and get those answer keys read out to Bananas, and that it's hard because there's a lot of luck actually in this daily challenge too, because there's over 100 balls in there, so like you gotta hopefully look in the right spot and find your ball quick enough, because I feel like it could take literally forever, or it could be the first ball you look at. It's one of those situations.
Yeah, man.
um where am I? Oh my god, I mixed up my notes.
Uh oh. Uh oh.
Uh-oh. Okay, here we
Uh
go.
oh.
Yeah, Bananas and Nani get all 10 correct quicker than Olivia and Horacio.
Yeah.
Nani also, like I said, doing really good in daily challenges and eliminations. She's always been good with the political side, the strategy side. She's always been good at that. But I love her this season. She's so cold-blooded when it comes to being in this deliberation room. She has it all thought out already, and it's like it makes sense. She's like the mind of a fucking psychopath in these like deliberations. It's amazing. She has no friends when she gets in this deliberation room.
No friends.
No friends. It's just game. They want to save Mariah and Fessy because other teams would save each other. Devin and Tori would save Anissa and Jordan, vice versa. Um, who knows
Olivia
who?
or no, Amber and Chauncey is the wild card team,
Yeah,
right?
and
Yeah.
I think maybe they should have saved. So I think this was a mistake saving Mariah and Fessy.
Mm.
Um, because of my prediction that Mariah and Fessy could win the whole thing. I mean, that's where most of it comes from for me. I
Yeah.
think they're the best pair in the house. So instead of like saving them, I think you save another team, because no matter what team you save, a couple of teams aren't going to be mad at you. Like Devin and Tori and Anissa and Jordan weren't mad at Bananas and Nani because they understood the reasoning behind it.
Yeah.
Here, let's
And yeah. And you know what? Like another thing, this was the first time Tori and Devin, unless I'm tripping and forgot a week, but I'm pretty sure this is the first time they've been up on that board since like the first episode,
right.
or even mentioned going into
Yeah.
elimination.
As a pair, yeah, because
The
yeah,
pair.
Devin obviously lost a lot of dailies and was finding himself at the dagger station, but as
Yeah.
a pair, this might be the first time since the first episode. Here,
Yeah,
let's
Tori's been chilling.
yeah, yeah, she has been.
Chilling.
Yeah. Yeah, let's actually talk about that a little bit. Yeah, Tori's game this season. Um, you could say it's her best political game, but would you credit most of that to Devin? I yeah.
Man, I would say maybe in the first half, I think, because then, the team split happened and she found herself on just a really good team.
Mhm.
So that also, like, that was really beneficial for her
Yeah.
and the team split,
Mhm.
right? Because Team Fessy, if they would have lost, they weren't getting rid of Tori. That's one of their best. That would have been one of their best girls. They would have
Yeah.
sent it.
Yeah.
And so, I don't know if her and Jordan's drama helped, if like that was just something for her and them to like do to keep them there or whatever,
Mhm.
to keep having them mentally not in it, right? I don't know if that played a factor into it, but yeah, this season Tori's been playing really solid.
Yeah. I
Big
think
three
it's
favorites.
maybe Tori's best chance to win it all, make it to the end. Um, because I do credit a lot of it to Devin. I don't know if she would have made it this far without Devin. I think she did a good job at playing dumb in their partnership, because she definitely knew everything that Devin was doing,
Yep.
but played dumb to the Bananas, the Anisas, the Jordans, and was like, oh, I didn't know he was making all these side deals. So it's like their pair as a team is still has some face. Like they're not losing all their face because Tori is like, oh no, I don't want to double cross you guys. I didn't know he was doing this. While Devin is just doing all of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, especially with like usually when there's like heavy drama between two people, it affects their game negatively. But and production is probably like, we need to keep these two in the game no matter what. Yeah.
The production's like, leave them.
Yeah.
We don't know if we can get these two on another season again
Yeah.
after this.
Yeah, for
So
real.
milk it for what it's worth.
We get to the interrogations. Amber and Chauncey nominate themselves. Was a surprise to me. Was it to you?
It fell out of nowhere. They explained why.
Yeah.
And someone said that Chauncey wanted to do it because he backed out. He quit like on the last one. I mean, if that's true, that's noble of Chauncey. If maybe it was like earlier in the season, but like y'all are too close to be caring about like being noble.
Yeah, and I think Chauncey, you DQ'd individually. So you feel so bad that you want to drag your girlfriend and partner into elimination? Like, I don't buy it.
Assuming that's the case.
Yeah.
Right? Because they gave another explanation saying that they just want to do it because they want to have the power or whatever. They don't want anyone else to have the power. Right? That's what they
wanted to like, they didn't want anyone else to be voted in because Amber loved everyone so much, so she voted herself in or something like that. Like, I felt like that was thrown around a little bit.
Yeah, people were hot about that, which I think this goes back to like what we were talking about a few weeks ago. Like, where does this Amber hate even stem from?
And I have a question. I said, do you believe Amber is being her authentic self, or is she fake? Like, does she care about these people, or does her move of throwing herself in have ulterior motives? Like, I can't really tell 100% with her.
I literally have not. Oh my god, this thing has got me like flustered. Like just thinking about it, I just don't understand where it all stems from. Like everyone, like Anissa, Casey, Fessy, like all these people out of nowhere just have this like beef with her for like no reason. Yeah. I just don't understand where this beef comes from with her. Maybe because I personally feel like it's just out of jealousy.
Yeah.
Because she came in, won her rookie season, came in and won before these people who've been doing it longer. She's like the first like Big Brother person to ever win. So it's like, it has to be that. Because she hasn't given any reason for y'all to be even looking at her like this.
Yeah.
At least I don't think.
Maybe she is like this nice person and people just misconstrued that as being like manipulative while they're in this, game. Maybe the game gets in their head and they're like, oh, this person can't be that nice. Like, they want to win just as much as I do. So maybe that's a part of it. I want to lean towards Amber is being her authentic self. But I also raised the question of like, is Amber okay with throwing herself in because she knows her and Chauncey don't have the best chance in a final? Maybe she doesn't believe Chauncey can like really excel in a final, so might as well save some face, gain some favors, throw ourselves in because we're not winning this season, so we might as well just throw ourselves in and go into elimination, save some friends or whatever, and be better set for future seasons while she's not tied to somebody who would drag her down in a final.
Yeah, like if that was true, I don't think she would ever say it. I'll say that out loud, but I don't know. I just feel like, I don't ever agree with throwing yourself in, especially when it's close.
Dude, they're like a fucking episode away from the final.
Like an episode or two away from the final, so I don't agree with that at all.
Yeah.
I mean, what are like the differences from people who threw themselves in and got knocked out versus the people who threw themselves in and actually came back and won.
Yeah.
Like it's different.
And
It's way
don't
different.
throw yourself in the fucking elimination before the final. Why don't you like prove yourself and make up for your DQ in the fucking final?
In the final, like I really hope that's not true because I feel like that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like, don't do that.
Yeah.
Like, even if it was like earlier in the game, don't throw yourself in. Even if it's like the noble thing to do, or you feel like you deserve it to be down there. Like, fuck all that shit.
Yeah.
Fuck all that noise, bro.
For
like,
real.
you're right there. Who gives a shit?
Yeah.
Right. But yeah, no, I don't know where the hate comes from with Amber. But I also don't agree with them nominating themselves. That's how I feel.
Yeah.
Because I don't think she's being shady or anything. She hasn't given us a reason to.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's like if she was being shady, she would probably try to throw another team under the bus to go into elimination rather than vote.
Yeah. Is there something we're not seeing?
I know. Yeah.
There's gotta be something we're not seeing in these last few seasons because what the fuck is this nonsense? Like, Anissa was ripping into her. She was just like, oh, this fake nice girl attitude, trying to save face and be the hero. And I'm just sitting back. I'm like, what?
It's like MTV. Can you please show us the edits where Amber is being a complete fucking bitch? Because that's what all these other challenge cast members are like leading us to believe.
Yeah, like what? Where is this coming from? I need the clips.
Yeah, and don't get me wrong. Actually the only thing I love about people throwing themselves into elimination is when we get a nice free agents flashback.
That moment specifically, free agents.
Flip.
Yeah. Oh, jeez, man. I can't believe Jordan actually like he brought that up because that happened so long ago.
Yeah,
that was free agents.
He's got that.
That was like 13 seasons ago at this point.
I know, yeah. It's such a big part of like the show's history, though. Like top 10 moments for sure.
Yeah.
7 and 8. Let's see. So yeah, Anissa mentioned this, but I think Anissa might be like the one cast member that has been eliminated the most right before a final.
Oh yeah, wasn't there like a little montage?
Yeah,
of her like showing like the moments where she got knocked out right before. They didn't show because they showed what Inferno 3, Gauntlet 3.
Yeah,
right?
They didn't show Battle of the Bloodlines. Which
they didn't show. They didn't show Bloodlines. That's what I was gonna bring up. They're like, she got knocked out right before on Bloodlines too.
Yeah, so that's saying something. I mean, she named 4 seasons, and it's like, oh, but what about this one? It's like we already knew more than the 4 seasons she's mentioned. So yeah,
like
that's definitely.
I'm trying to think. What about Dirty? Was it Dirty 30? Another one?
Dirty 30 was she was in like the redemption. She went through the ringer on that season. She lost like 3 eliminations, but then like kept winning the redemption house one. So it was just like this weird season for her.
Yeah, I think she came. I think I can't remember, but I think.
Yeah, I think she got eliminated on that last redemption challenge where they had to poke their heads out of like this little hole and then memorize a puzzle and then put the puzzle up together. Cara ended up winning and getting back into the house.
Yeah, I think that was the one that was right before the final because Bananas and Leroy had got knocked out of that shit too.
Yeah. Struggle for Anissa.
Yeah,
but we'll see if she can get to the final this season. I think she will.
Yeah,
she will. Which brings up, I guess, an interesting question. So let's just, for now, skip the elimination. Who went home again?
Amber and Chauncey.
Yeah, Amber and Chauncey. So yeah, they're out of the house, right? Let's just assume because they are. So we got Anissa and Jordan, Tori and Devin, Mariah and Fessy, Bananas and Nani, Olivia and Horacio. If only one more team goes home, who do you think that one team is? I think we'll see Olivia and Horacio in the elimination. I don't know. It's all gonna be like it's all gonna come up to like, can Olivia and Horacio win this one last elimination to get to the final? That's what I think it's gonna come down to, and I don't know if
You
they'll do
think
it.
so?
I
I
think
don't
they'll
know
lose.
because the next thought is pointing at the fact
Ah,
that Bananas is the only person who hasn't been in an elimination in the entire house, which is bizarre, which is
yeah, that
crazy
is
because
bizarre.
like I swear it's like every off season between challenge seasons, it's like, why do these people let these vets make it far? And then you would think like, oh, there'll be like a changing of the guard in the next season where
Yeah,
they come after these heavy hitters. And we're episode 16 and Bananas hasn't seen an elimination yet.
yeah. I think Nani's a big reason why he.
Yeah, Nani is definitely a big reason, but even Nani's been in one.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah,
So it's like, I don't know who gets eliminated, but I think for sure Bananas and Nani are somehow involved in the
okay.
next elimination.
Yeah, that'd be
That's
cool.
that's my guess. Bananas and Nani not eliminated, but they're involved in the elimination.
Yeah, because we hear Devin say like we got to take our shot at Bananas. So I don't think. I mean, that could be before the daily challenge. All speculation. We love speculating here. So let's
Yeah,
assume
big
that this.
speculation pile.
Let's assume that he said that after the daily challenge. So let's assume Bananas and Nani didn't win the daily challenge. Devin and Tori didn't win the daily challenge. Let's say, yeah. I mean, we saw a little bit of what the daily challenge consists of. It's like an ice bath, puzzle, endurance, maybe. I think if Fessy and Mariah win, they keep Bananas safe, obviously, because they just kept them safe, vice versa. If Jordan and Anissa win, I think if any team wins other than Olivia and Horacio, I think Olivia and Horacio are being thrown in. Unless people are thinking, let's bring a rookie pair to the final.
Yeah, because who would save Olivia Horacio out of the teams that are left?
If any
Or who's
team,
most likely
it
to
would
save
be
it?
most likely Fessy and Mariah, because I think Mariah and Olivia have a friendship, but Mariah and Bananas obviously have something stronger than a friendship.
Yeah. I don't think anybody is willing to save them. But
Yeah,
I just have a feeling they're not going in.
they pull that safe. I don't know how it's going to work with like the safe dagger and everything. Like with this many teams left in the house, so
Yeah. I think next episode we're gonna see some teams punching their tickets
yeah, I
to the
think
final.
yeah. Usually, like when we get like a little bit of a tease where TJ's like, and the final is not here yet. Usually, it's like the next episode that he says, "All right, we're here." You
Yeah.
know, he doesn't usually tease it for that long. Maybe one more episode where he teases it, and then the next episode we're going to the final. But yeah, maybe I think what you said might be correct. Maybe the winner of the next daily challenge punches their ticket to the final.
Yeah, because in the next on it said you can hear TJ go, "This is the biggest daily challenge of the season."
Oh shit, I didn't hear that.
So that leads me to believe that the winner
Yeah,
punches their ticket.
and then everyone else who's still in the game is in the final that doesn't get eliminated later on in that episode.
Yeah,
Yeah, maybe
because I think it's going to be 4 teams that
four
go.
teams. Yeah, I think that we're past the age of 3 pairs going to the final. It seems like more pairs are making it to the final in recent challenge seasons. And then they usually do some type of purge within the final. So
Yeah, that's what I think. I at least, or they even do like another elimination within the final.
yeah, which
Like,
they've been doing recently.
yeah,
Um, So yeah, Olivia and back to the episode to the elimination. Olivia and Horacio actually pulled a safe dagger, which was the best case scenario for the audience because we didn't know who they were going to pick. We knew Anissa and Jordan would save Devin and Tori and vice versa. We didn't know what would happen here. For some reason, I thought they would save Anissa and Jordan because Horacio and Jordan's friendship. And I feel like I've seen Anissa and Olivia get along, but they have been thrown in by Anissa and Jordan in the past multiple times, so that makes them save Devin and Tori. What'd you think about all that?
yeah. My girlfriend who was talking to me about the elimination or that moment specifically was surprised that they saved Tori and Devin at first, but then when they mentioned Anissa and or Anissa had thrown them in twice on separate occasions, it made sense afterwards because I forgot about that at all.
Yeah.
I think they were probably like little moments that I just don't remember. I remember seeing on Twitter Olivia and Horacio getting a little heat for that, for not saving Anissa and Jordan because they said that having Anissa in a potential final would be much easier than Tori and Devin.
Yeah, they're rookies. They don't think like that.
Yeah, and Olivia has been, this is just the social media side of it. Olivia has been responding to some of those people saying, "Why would you say Tori and Devin?" Blah 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 blah, and she's just been saying, "Well, watch and see how it plays out."
See, that's why I stay off of social media because I read into that shit too much, and I'm just like,
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, so
Tori,
if there's something that makes that move like just look genius,
yeah,
then okay. But like right now, I kind of get what people are saying. I think I would rather take my chances against Anissa and Jordan versus Devin and Tori. I said Tevin. Devin and Tori. But we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. I did write this down. So I said Devin has such good luck in formats like these. Like he just somehow gets by. And I just correlated it even more with his first season, Rivals 3. Rivals 3, he goes into the first elimination, loses, gets brought back. Ride or Dies, gets thrown into the first elimination, wins, comes back, and is able to sneak his way to a final, even though he's been at the dagger station many times because of the whole team split. He found himself in the dagger situation, and he hasn't been in elimination since the first episode, right?
Yeah, he hasn't.
So
there's been times where he's been close, but he has a lot of luck on his side. Thank God he wasn't on free agents because he would have been a lock for that final.
Yeah, he would have been the Johnny Riley of that season.
The Johnny Riley of that season. Yeah, he has a lot of luck on his side with picking the stall or the daggers or whatever the fuck. Like, if there's any in the future that's like that, he's on it. You might as well just place your bets on Devin because he's probably going to get by.
Yeah, if he gets past that first episode, he's good.
Yeah, it's over with. It's over with.
So the elimination is called Rumble Tumble. You and your opponent are going to start back to back and will be strapped together. It's like a reverse tug of war type of situation. In the zone, there are 6 stacks. Do whatever you got to do to knock down your 3 stacks. Reminded me of the Casey versus Teresa elimination on Double Agents. Very similar. And it's a best 2 of 3. This is tailor-made for Anissa, these types of eliminations. So I knew she was going to win her round, especially against a skinny Marink like Amber.
I was a little bit conflicted with this elimination, and this was I will admit I forgot that Jordan has been that guy for a long time. For a moment I forgot he was that guy because originally when I heard what it was, I was like, well, this is a little conflicting because Amber's not going to be able to pull Anissa, and then Jordan's not going to be able to pull Chauncey, is he? Right? But
best in game adjustment.
Yeah. So even Devin said he's like, yo, Chauncey's got like 30 pounds on Jordan.
Yeah, he might have been exaggerating a little bit, but he definitely has pounds on him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like,
did you know Amber was 35?
35 what?
Years old.
35. Oh, 35 years old?
Yeah.
Oh no, I know that. No.
I did not know that either. Yeah, she's getting up there, and she does not look like 35. I'll tell you that much. That's all I'll say. That is all I will say.
Yeah.
But yeah, best 2 out of 3. Yeah. So obviously Anissa wins her round, and then Jordan is just fucking standing there like a fucking baller before TJ blows the horn. Chauncey's in his stance, his sprinting stance, and Jordan is literally laid back, crossing his hands like nothing, like he's just walking through a park. And he has a great strategy. I mean, it makes a lot of sense. to use Chauncey's inexperience against him. And Chauncey hears get to your stack, and he's just going to sprint to his stack. And Jordan's going to use that against him. He's going to sway the direction of where Chauncey is first sprinting so he could sway towards one of his stacks. And he does that. He makes Chauncey a little unbalanced, gets to his first stack and knocks down first. And that is the most important thing in this elimination. If you can get to your stack first and knock it over, because at that point, you can take advantage of Chauncey getting to his next stacks, because his next stack is going to be right next to your next stack. So it's just like a vicious cycle. But
yeah,
Chauncey does have the power to where they both have two stacks. Jordan, yes, is closer to his third stack than Chauncey is, but Chauncey's so strong that he's able to pull Jordan closer to his stack, to the point where they're dead even between their last stack. And at this point, I'm sure you're thinking the same as me. Chauncey's going to end up pulling him towards his stack.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Go ahead.
I mean, this elimination from both Jordan and Anissa's rounds just felt like I was just listening to Anissa and Jordan talk shit the entire time. I swear there were like 4 different confessionals. She was like, "This bitch ain't about to pull me.
Hell no.
I'm about to dog walk her through this entire elimination and all this shit." I'm sure that's not exactly what she said, but that's what I heard. Anyway, so and then Jordan was like, he was like narrating everything that was gonna happen. He's like, squat over. Yeah. I'm about to show you. I'm gonna teach you a lesson,
young Padawan.
Yeah, that was like some Italian shit. I'm about to show this kid a lesson real quick.
You think you could
not teach him not to disrespect me like that ever again?
You think you could take me out?
And then he was like, and then once he started describing every move, I literally was in shock the entire time watching it. I was just, is this for real happening right now?
In awe. Yeah. And they're dead even, and Jordan decides to pull a little trick out of his hat and makes Chauncey unbalanced by shifting his foot a little bit. And I think at that point, Chauncey was really tired and couldn't regain his footing, and the momentum that Jordan got from that just took him all the way to his stack. And I've never seen TJ so impressed and shocked in the, TJ was like, okay.
It was an unreal performance. Like, just seeing Jordan not even caring to stop Chauncey from hitting one. He was just like, hit it.
Yeah.
I'm just going to go get the next one.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. With Jordan hitting his stack first was Jordan's most important thing. It was huge, because at that point you can kind of take advantage of Chauncey hitting his stacks.
Yeah, you saw it. The second Chauncey was focused on hitting his, that's when Jordan took off. He was like, all right, go. And then he took off, and Chauncey would just lose his balance. Yeah. After just letting one hand up and just swatting the thing. He'd lose all balance doing that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. So there are 5 pairs left in the game after Jordan and Anissa take out Chauncey and Amber. We're not going to the final yet. Yeah, I say one more pair goes home and then final. Next on, we get the ice bath daily. There's sprinting involved. It seems like each person from a pair will have to do a job and kind of meet each other maybe in the middle.
Yep.
We see
biggest daily of the season.
Biggest, yes, TJ said it. Biggest daily of the season. So you got to think that, you got to assume that the winning team punches their ticket to the final. Yeah,
100%.
So I'm excited for it. Devin and Bananas beef. Sure, why not? Yeah, let's see it. It's been a little while, but let's see it.
I suppose it got nasty the last time this thing was.
I don't want to bring up the details of what happened last time,
but let's not bring it up.
I don't think we'll get to that point.
No.
It's all fun and games now. They seem to have a healthy relationship, whether it's a friendship or a rivalry. That's maybe to be determined in the future, but Yeah, I'm looking forward to see how that progresses. But that's it. We're almost at the end of the season, almost at the end of our recaps. Thank you all for joining. As always, please comment on the episode, on our takes on the episode, like the video, subscribe to the channel, follow my man Adonis over here on Twitter. I don't know why we haven't been advertising that enough, but at Too Much Challenge, TOO Much Challenge, best Twitter game out there. So yeah, man. Thank you for joining me as always. Any final words?
See you next week.
See you next week.
Peace out.